Pictures on the wall where the laughter used to fall. Empty halls that echo slow. Gone the love I used to know. Broken dreams and shattered glass. Thought forever it would last.
Hey, Ava. How's everything going?
Well, Marie, I'm alive and kicking. I really can't complain too much apart from being in this chair. I think I'm feeling pretty good. How are you feeling? What's happening?
Well, I guess no sense in complaining about work. It's paying for all my bills at the moment. So, guess I'm good for now.
Sounds good, Marie. Complaints never really get us anywhere. It never solves a problem either.
I know. That's right. So, the other day when I was over at Rita's house, she asked me a question, but I was not able to give her an answer then. But I hope you can help her, us, solve this riddle.
What kind of question was Rita asking that neither one of you dunce heads could solve? And what's up with her anyways? She's always trying to be funny, asking all these darn questions to everyone she comes in contact with.
She's okay. As far as I'm concerned, she had the surgery done on her boobs. Not sure why she needs such big-ass titties anyways.
Ew, she's always trying to be something she's not. If I were her, I would really concentrate on those two buff teeth that looks like a rock and its baby, instead of trying to get them silicone shit on. She's the spitting image of her grandmother Iris, except she looks older than her own granny. Not sure how a 116-year-old grandmother and great-grandmother could look better than her 30-something-year-old grandchild. That's a terrible shame. A terrible.
Well, Ava, according to Rita, the question, or let me say the riddle, was like this. If a woman was once married to 3 different men, and they all died, of the 3 husbands, which one of them should she be buried next to when she herself die?
Rita. The same Rita we both know, asking such difficult, hard-to-answer questions. What the heck? Does this question has anything to do with her grandmother Iris who just passed? God rest her sweet little soul. She was a decent and kind lady, went to church every Sunday, rain or shine. If she doesn't make it to heaven, then all that 116 plus years would be truly in vain.
Maybe, probably, she didn't say. But I'm guessing it's her, since she was married 3 times herself. I tried asking her once, but she keeps dodging the question whenever I try to bring Miss Iris up.
Okay, Marie, since you and Rita needs an answer for this way overdue question, an answer thing, I'll do my best to solve this riddle before they put Mrs. Iris to rest.
But Ava, come on. You don't know if she was talking about her grandmother, though. I think you're just assuming. We shouldn't talk about the dead like that. It's not humanly. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Marie. Guess it doesn't matter if we're assuming something, but even if we're assuming, let's get down to the assumptions, will we? So, her grandmother was married 3 times, according to the entire family. She married the first husband when they were in high school.
In high school, Ava? I thought they got married right after they both left college.
College, high school, university, whatever, it doesn't really make a difference. They got married and lived together for 60 plus years until he got sick and died. Yes, so am I getting that part right so far?
Yes. From what Rita told us both, yes, I suppose so.
And she was 116 when she died. Wow, I'd be damned. People are still living to be that type of age. Wow, that's amazing. In this day and age, she must have lived some good, clean life that was worthy of forgiveness.
Yeah, that was some long life lived. Anyhow, what were you assuming about Rita's grandmother?
Oh, yeah. So the first husband, Mr. Claude, died, and again, according to Rita, he was a doctor. He took care of the household, and he made sure she got a gift whenever it was her birthday, anniversary, Valentine's Day. They usually go out to eat once a week, and they were well off. But Rita said he didn't left her anything. Because he overlived, and all the money was spent on healthcare and doctors. But it's not his fault. He wanted to leave her money, but he just kept on living until the money ran out. Now that was something.
Wow, so how long did he live to be? That sucks. They must have been livid. I can imagine. Well, at least he was nice to her. Wish I could find some nice, handsome, gentle guy who would treat me just like that, like a princess. But I can only wish and hope.
Oh, Marie, please don't be so hard on yourself. There's someone out there for everyone. I'm sure you'll find someone soon. It might not be your time yet. And if ugly-ass Vicky with a nasty body odor can find someone, I'm surely positive you will find your little match someday. We both know you're a little pudgy, but hey, you can work on that. Ha 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 ha.
I'm pudgy, Ava. The last time I checked, you broke my scale, and you still haven't replaced it yet. You weigh 222. Not sure if that number is your birth date or your death date. Ha ha.
All right, Marie, you really think you're funny, but you're really not. Anyways, so that was the first husband. The second husband, Mr. Cheers, was a womanizer, but he made sure she has everything she wanted. But like Mr. Claude, he too overlived and died leaving her nothing, except doctor bills.
Oh, I see. He wasn't the satisfied type. He liked them plentiful. He was like King Solomon. I get it. Didn't no men in those days run around like wild hogs and dogs? News to me.
Really, Marie? Have you been living in a cave, under a rock perhaps? He was a stray puppy. Don't know why she stayed with him that long. You know, he could never have tried that with me. As if any man could, I have low tolerance for anything. I would have divorced his cheating ass so fast he probably would not have seen what was coming to him, except papers upon papers to sign.
But Ava, you know that those ancient men and women didn't believe in divorce. It's not like nowadays. Back then, if someone gets a divorce, the entire country would have heard about it. But if it was a little fooling around, then maybe it would have been the people that were involved in the fooling around and maybe a few loyal friends that would have known about it. But things were kept a hush-hush then. You know what I mean, Ava?
No, Marie, wish I knew what you meant, but hey, that was their thing back then. Okay, so the third husband, Mr. Porter, he was the biggest loser of them all. He didn't have anything. I believed she felt sorry for him after his wife died.
Or maybe she needed a companion, so she didn't really care about all the worldly stuff.
He didn't have any money, so he couldn't afford to take her out, not on her birthday, not on her anniversary, nothing. They probably just sit and stared at each other day and night. So he died, leaving her nothing, except his old car that probably didn't even worth a free car wash. How sad and pitiful. They all died, leaving her nothing.
So that's it. That's the story of Rita's grandmother you just assumption up? Yeah. They all sounded like I should really feel sorry for them. To be honest, they all sounded like a joke to me.
No, Marie, they weren't all a joke. At least one out of the three really did try, from what I just summed up.
So, which one of the lucky fella should Rita's grandmother be buried next to? Because that's a hard choice if you ask me.
Well, Marie, next time you see Ms. Rita, you can tell her your brilliant friend, Ms. Ava, says to tell the family to please bury their grandmother besides her first husband.
Ava, what? How did you come to this conclusion? Because from that book you just read to me, because that sure sounded like you were reading a book. From what I just heard, I personally would not want my grandmother or mother to be buried next to any one of those men. I just couldn't do it. I would have to place her beside her mother or father or grandmother. A grandmother being buried beside her grandmother.
Okay, Marie, you're not wrong. But I choose the first husband only because he really tried. And while he was alive, he did everything for her as much as he could. The only reason he wasn't able to leave her anything was that he lived longer than what everyone was expecting. And him living longer, the money had to go to his care. But hey,
I see where you're going with that argument, Ava. I hear you. Too bad I don't get it. But that was a good analogy.
So whenever you see our little friend Rita, you can tell her to tell the family to bury Mrs. Iris besides her first love. I'm sure he'll be excited to see her again.
Ava, you are talking about the dead. What's wrong with you, Ava? People shouldn't talk about the dead that way. You should show some revered respect for any dead. I've known you since kindergarten, and you're always like this. Blunt, very outspoken. Sometimes you must try to keep things inside now and again.
No, Marie, I never keep things too long on the inside. You're talking to Ava Dawn Anderson, the one who tells it like it is. I don't mind telling the truth. I'd rather be telling it than sitting on it because the only thing I should be sitting on right now is my little chair. I just can't keep anything considered the truth buried inside Marie. That's not healthy. It will kill me. You know what I mean, Marie? It might sound harsh at times, but it's for everyone's own good, including myself, and I hope we can still remain best pal no matter what. You, me, Jen, Rita, right? Marie?
I guess, Ava, please. Just try to be nice, that's all. I'll let Rita know you've helped solve the puzzle. She'll be ecstatic.
Okay, I'll see you on Friday for dinner at Vicky. Hope she has lots of liquor. Bye, Marie.